My name is Kanta Bal, and I'm mostly known as Kanta. I was born in Pakistan, part of India. I came to America, to Baltimore. Meanwhile, my husband was studying here in Boston. Our marriage was arranged. I guess I was destined to marry him. In 1978, we moved to Dayton, living a normal life. So we went to a restaurant to celebrate the anniversary. On the way back, he was sweating. He was hurting in his left arm. And, these were, at that time we didn't know it, but these were typical heart attack symptoms. I just mentioned, to my daughter-in-law, I said, he was feeling like this. She right away, she took him to the hospital. They had to put a stent in him because he had been having a heart attack all this time. About 6 months later, we had to go back for a checkup. They took a stress test, and he didn't pass the stress test. They said we have to do open heart surgery. The day before the surgery, we went to the temple, to pray for for him to get better, to all to go well. And while we were at the temple, he had a massive heart attack. They said that if he didn't get a transplant, he would survive maybe 2 years. So we had to do that. Meanwhile, he had a stroke also. We had to only wait 6 months. Then we got a call from the doctor saying that there's a heart available. They did the transplant. He had gone through it all and he was doing well. They checked him out all right. They said that, your heart is in such good shape, you don't have to come for another year. And then we were on our way home. So since I had been gone for a week, I said stop at Kroger. Maybe took me 15-20 minutes, at the most maybe half hour. I walked over to the other door. He was waiting outside, not in the parking lot, next to the waiting for me. He was sitting there. He has the phone in his hand and he was dead. They tried to, pump and, do everything they could. They used their defibrillators and everything, whatever they could, but he was gone. It has been 9 years since he passed away, and he survived for 11 years after the transplant. Even before any of this happened, he used to go for heart walks. We in our Indian society, people are very good in this because most Indians, they have genetically disposition to heart attacks. So I decided to, donating every year. And then, I've been increasing the amount. My story is a, real example of, what American Heart Association is ready to do. Is ready to guide you through these things. So if you contribute to research, contribute to improvement, learn how to, do CPR, be aware of what, the symptoms of heart attacks are. Symptoms are different for men and for women. If we are aware of all these things, and that's the purpose of the American Heart Association. So less and less time is taken for the, recovery period.